Today, the 15th of Shevat, we will discuss the second segment of laws relating to Kadima Bebarachos, preceding blessings. So we learned in the class preceding the 15th of Shevat that when we have mixtures of Hadama and Ha'etz together, then the rule is that Chaviv is the deciding factor. That whichever food, whether the Hadama or the Ha'etz, is more beloved unto me, that is what I am required according to Halacha to proceed in its bracha. However, if they are both equally desirable, then I can choose to eat whichever one I want first. However, it is best, as the Alter Rebbe concludes, to always proceed the Ha'etz if they are equally desirable. If the Hadama is more desirable, then obviously the Hadama comes first. Now we're going to discuss the law as it relates to when there is Mezonos in the mixture. Whenever we have a Mezonos food mixed together with other foods in front of us, and we plan on eating all of these foods right now, then min hadin, we always have to proceed the bracha of Mezonos over any other bracha, even if the other foods are more beloved. This is, of course, with exception to the bracha of Hametzi, which always precedes the bracha of Mezonos. From here comes the common known saying of Maga Eish, that the order of preceding blessings follows the order of brachas of Hametzi, Mezonos, Hagafin, Ha'etz, Hadamen, Shehakol. That stands for Maga Eish. However, as we explained before, this isn't always correct, as between Hadama and Ha'etz, Chaviv will be the deciding factor. However, regarding Mezonos and everything under it, this is correct, as Mezonos is always the deciding factor. There are, however, two exceptions to this rule, and those are as follows. When a person has, and this can happen very commonly on Tu B'Shvat, when we want to eat every type of Shiva Minim, so when a person has a Mezonos mixed with an olive, specifically and only an olive, then not always does the Mezonos come first. And it depends on as follows. If the Mezonos is made of wheat or spelt, then the Mezonos always comes first, even if it's an olive. However, if the Mezonos is made of barley, oats, or rye, then if the olive is more chaviv, or equally chaviv, then the olive receives precedence and not the Mezonos. And the reason for this is because we give more respect and precedence to that food that is earlier on in the pasuk in the Torah, with regards to the Shiva Minim. And in the pasuk in the Torah, it says two different times the word aretz. And the rule is that whatever food is closer to the word aretz is more beloved and receives more precedence. Therefore, in the pasuk it says eretz chita usa'ira, and the second time it says eretz zei shemen. So we see that eretz zei shemen, that a zayis is first to aretz, and chita is first to aretz. So when you have a Mezonos made of wheat or spelt, which is a type of wheat, then the wheat comes first. However, when you have an olive that's together with barley, since olive is first to aretz, while barley is second, and that would include also oats and rye, which aren't written explicitly in the pasuk, then the olive would come first, unless the barley is more chaviv onto the person. The only other exception we also find is regarding Hagafin. Although Mezonos does precede every other bracha besides Hametzi, including Hagafin, even if they are more chaviv, this also only applies when we have a Hagafin that's mixed with a Mezonos of barley or wheat, which are explicit in the pasuk and are closer to aretz than our grapes. However, the other three types of grains, which are spelt, rye, and oats, since they are not written in the pasuk, while the grape is written in the pasuk, therefore one precedes drinking wine towards making a Mezonos on the barley or wheat. This only applies to wine and not to grapes. So in summary, when we have mixture of Mezonos with other foods, Hametzi always comes first, Mezonos always comes before everything else, with exception to when we have a Mezonos of barley, oats, or rye mixed with an olive, or when we have Mezonos of spelt, oats, or rye mixed with wine, in which case the wine and olive take precedence. These halachas are not just a mere option for one to follow, but must be followed from the letter of the law within the laws of Birchas Hanenes.